Today, we have the middle-tier model of Motorola's foldable Razr phones, the Moto Razr Plus 2025. Does this foldable strike a good balance between features and affordability? I'm Will for GSM Arena, and let's find out in our Moto Razr Plus 2025 review. First off, we have to lay out what this phone even is. The Moto Razr Plus 2025 is the successor to a phone that had two names, the Moto Razr Plus 2024 in the USA, and the Razr 50 Ultra in global markets. Today, our phone has just one name. It's the Moto Razr Plus 2025, and is being released exclusively for the US market. Don't call it Ultra. That name is now reserved for a new higher tier model, of which we have a separate review. And then there's the non-Plus, or vanilla model. That one has a smaller cover display than the Plus, as well as a less powerful chipset, and we have a separate review of that one as well. The overall design of the Razr Plus 2025 is nearly the same as the others. It's typical for these flip foldable devices. You have a back split between the regular finish and the glass secondary screen. In this mocha colorway, the backing is vegan leather, and the frame of the phone is aluminum. And then there's the hinge of the phone. It's made of stainless steel, though Motorola says they've reinforced it with titanium this time around. The hinge feels quite sturdy. It can stay open at different angles, and also folds quite flat, with hardly any gap between the two halves of the phone. Motorola has improved the ingress protection this year. It's now IP48, compared to last year's IPX8. That means there's improved dust resistance. The foldable inner screen is a 6.9-inch LTPO OLED with a 1080p resolution. Like the Ultra model, it has 165Hz refresh rate support. This screen looks good, and it supports Dolby Vision as well as HDR10+ video playback. There is a crease where the screen folds over, but it's subtle and easy to forget about. And then there's the second screen, which you'll use while the phone is folded. This display is like the one on the Ultra. It covers the whole top half of the phone. It's a 4-inch LTPO OLED with a 165Hz refresh rate and Gorilla Glass Victus protection. The brightness of both of these displays is on par with the vanilla model, but less than the Ultra. On the cover display, we measured around 500 nits maximum with the manual slider, and it boosted up to nearly 1200 nits in auto mode. And the foldable inner panel is capable of about the same, a little over 500 nits manually, and it boosts to over 1200 with auto brightness enabled. As far as the refresh rate goes, the phone will default to a maximum of 120Hz to smooth out swiping and scrolling on either display, and this can dial down to as low as 1Hz when idling to save energy. The only way to achieve the full 165Hz is within games, if you enable it within the gaming settings. When it comes to cover screen functionality on foldable phones, Motorola is one of the best. You can of course consume media and even watch videos on this small screen. You also get a fully functional quick settings panel, and notifications tiles. Plenty of apps work on the cover screen, including popular Google apps. And other apps are also available here, but in widget form. You even get games on the cover screen, made specifically to fit on the smaller screen. And Google Gemini is available here too, for your AI functionality. The Razr Plus 2025 has a pair of stereo speakers, and they earned a very good rating on our loudness charts. The sound quality is great, among the best we've heard from current flagships. You can listen for yourself in our comparison tool linked below. You can wake up and unlock this phone using the fingerprint reader built into the power button, and it's quite responsive. And the phone is available in a single memory configuration with 256 gigs on board, and that's not expandable through microSD. All of Moto's recent phones, including the Razr Plus 2025, run the newest version of Motorola's Hello UI on top of Android 15. Hello UI packs a bunch of custom features, and they can be found organized into the Moto app. If you'd like to find out more about Hello UI and its suite of AI features, you can check out our dedicated video. And for software support, the Razr Plus 2025 will get 3 major OS updates and 4 years of security patches from Motorola. Motorola hasn't done much in terms of the chipset. The Razr Plus 2025 uses the same one as last year, a Snapdragon 8S Gen 3. While it isn't on the same level as the latest flagship grade silicon, or even the flagships from last year, it's still pretty powerful. In benchmarks, the Razr Plus predictably earns much lower scores than the Ultra, but it does considerably better than the non-Plus model. It's something on the higher end in between the two. And like on the other Razr phones, we experienced thermal throttling during our prolonged stress tests, but that's expected from this sort of foldable form factor. The Razr Plus 2025 has a 4000 mAh battery, which is smaller than what you get on the regular Razr 2025 or the Ultra. In our battery life tests, the Razr Plus was far from impressive. With an overall active use score of 10 hours and 12 minutes, it's less than last year's model, despite having the same screens and chipset. The Razr Plus 2025 is rated for 45-watt charging, which is higher than the 30 watts of the non-Pro model, but not as high as the 68 watts of the Ultra. There's no charger bundled with the phone, but with a proper adapter, we're able to charge from 0 to 73% in half an hour, and a full charge took 49 minutes. There's support for 15-watt wireless charging here too. And now we have the Razr Plus's cameras, which are the same as last year. On the back, there's a main cam and a 2x telephoto, both with a 50 megapixel resolution. The telephoto camera is something unique in this year's lineup. The Vanilla and the Ultra models have an ultra-wide camera instead, so they need to do their zooming digitally. Let's start off with the main cam though. Daylight photos are great, with nice exposure, pleasant colors, and excellent dynamic range. Detail is very good too, with just a few jagged edges here and there, and a few moderately artificial-looking textures. Shots of people are very good too, with lifelike skin tones. Portrait mode, on the other hand, skips the HDR processing, messes up the color saturation, and doesn't actually bring any additional background blur. It looks like this is a software bug, and it will hopefully be fixed. In low light, the Razr Plus's main camera doesn't disappoint. The photos have well-judged exposures and wide dynamic range. The white balance is reliable, and color saturation is great. The detail is very good too, with just a little bit of grain in the shadows. Now we have the telephoto cam. The 2x zoom comes out solid during the day, with generally great detail, excellent dynamic range, and lively colors. We like the perspective and facial features when shooting people with this camera. However, portrait mode again doesn't work properly here. At night, the telephoto camera delivers solid results. Detail isn't bad. There's extra sharpening and some noise, but it's not extreme. Dynamic range is very good, and colors are on point. Let's talk selfies. The Razr Plus does have a regular selfie cam on the inner screen with a 32 megapixel resolution. However, since this is a foldable phone, you can also take selfies with the rear main camera, using the secondary screen as a viewfinder. I say main camera because unlike the non-Pro and the Ultra model, which allow you to take an ultra-wide selfie as well, here you don't have any way to access the 2x zoom to take selfies that way. Anyway, let's have a look at the shots from the regular selfie cam first. It does a good job. Selfies come out with pleasant colors, wide dynamic range, and reasonably good detail. Of course, the main cam will get you nicer results. Detail is better, colors have an extra level of pop, and white balance is more accurate too. You also get the benefit of the shallower depth of field for some background separation, and you can do close-ups too thanks to the autofocus. The Razr Plus 2025 records video in up to 4K resolution at 60 FPS with all of its cameras. 4K daylight videos from the Razr's main cam have pretty good detail, great contrast, and wide dynamic range. The white balance is a bit off though, trending toward coldish. 4K videos from the telephoto cam also have good detail, even a bit more than the main cam. Contrast and dynamic range are again good, and the white balance is more accurate here. There's always-on video stabilization and it does smooth things out, but it isn't perfect, with a bit of leftover shakiness. And low-light videos taken from the main camera are noisy, but still have very good detail. Colors and dynamic range are great. So there you have it guys, the Motorola Razr Plus brings a solid flip foldable experience with a well-crafted hinge, nice displays, and good cameras. And like I mentioned at the beginning, it offers features that land in between those of the non-Plus model and this year's higher tier Ultra. This phone does have an issue though. Beyond some extra dust protection, it doesn't bring any upgrades over last year's Razr Plus model. That one's still available for $200 less, so you can get the same experience while saving some cash too. Thanks for watching, guys. Here's a link to our review of the Moto Razr Plus 2024, aka the Moto Razr 50 Ultra. And another alternative is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip 6. Let us know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one.